while we are drawing a picture of a river, we never make it straight, we make it curve, and this curved path of the river is known as meanders. What is meanders? Meanders are the curved path formed due to the deposition and erosion action of the river. As we know that meanders are mostly started occurring in the middle course of the river. Okay, in most of the time in the upper course you can see the river flow almost straight, but while it entered to the middle course it started making meanders. Why? It's because of the deposition and erosion action in simultaneously occur. So let's discuss about how meanders are occurs. Meanders are occurs due to the deposition and erosion. Here, for example, here we have the river. Okay, when the speed of the river affected this region, it become eroded, and the eroded material of this region deposited over here, and ultimately as the speed of the water is over here, the speed of the water will be less over here and the deposition occurs here, and again the water will be turn this side, the speed of the water will be more over here, again deposition will be occur here. It is only because due to the simultaneous action of or alternative action of what? Deposition and erosion. Sometimes due to arrangement of the rock under the beneath of the what? Under the beneath of the river or below the river, also responsible for formation of meanders. So there are two reasons. One is occur due to continuous or alternative deposition and erosional action, or sometimes due to the arrangement of rock over which the river is flow. Okay, it may be soft and hard rock, alternatively may cause meanders. So this is all about meanders. Let's discuss about Oxbow Lake. Here I have written Oxbow Lake mostly form in the lower course. Okay, because when the river comes to lower course, the speed of the river water becomes slow down, because in lower course the slope of the river reduces. As you know that the speed of the water depend upon the slope. If it is flow through a steep slope, the speed of the water will be more, and if it is flow through a gentle slope, the speed of the water will be less. So while coming to Oxbow Lake, in the lower course the speed of the water reduces. Due to that, the river started forming large meanders, and sometimes these loops of the meander, loops means hook, the loops of the meander were very close to each other, and most of the time during the rainy season the river started moving, because the river have sufficient water, so the river started moving in the straight path instead of this loop, and the sediments were get deposited over here, because when the river started moving straight from here, the sediments, because the river flow is high over here, and this part the river water becomes slow, and due to that sediments are started depositing over this region, and when the sediments started depositing over this region, this part of the river, this loop of the river get separate and making a this type of physical feature, and this is also filled with water. Such type of lakes are known as Oxbow Lake. Such type of lakes are known as Oxbow Lake. Okay, these lakes are also known as Horseshoe Lake, because you can see the shape of this lake is just look like a horseshoe, the shoe which wear by the horse. You might know that horse are also wearing one type of metallic shoe for better performance. For that they are using, this is also called Horseshoe Lake. So this is all about Oxbow Lake. Now student, let's discuss about the lower course. While the river come to the lower course or near to the mouth of the river, as I have told, near to the mouth of the river, the slope of the river become very less, and the speed of the water of the river also very low, and the river started depositing. Okay, and mostly this region, what happened when the flood occurs, the river, whatever the sediments were carried from this region, from the upper course, the river deposited all these sediments, sand, clay, all these things near to the bank of river while the flood, and this flood continuously deposit the sediments, and the plain which are formed due to this is known as flood plain. Flood plain occurs both in middle course and lower course also. Now what? Now let's discuss about the deltas. Deltas are mostly, it is a depositional feature, mostly formed due to the deposition of river. Okay, at the lower course of river, when the river speed is very low, the river started depositing all the sediments within the river. Okay, and due to slow current of the water, the sediments are deposited by forming triangle like shapes. Okay, triangular shapes, these are called delta. Mostly they are formed near to the mouth of the river. So student, this is all about the physical features formed by the river. Next we are going to discuss about the physical features which are formed by the sea or sea waves.